A couple of years ago, when I used to try to learn new skills and pursue new things, it used to be mentally tough because of lack of experience and just knowing what trying new things and learning new skills comes with, and having no idea about it. It was just kind of throwing a dart in the dark and hoping for the best. But I'm fairly young, so as I progress through life, I noticed that the limitations that you kind of just put on yourself are an illusion. It doesn't exist. I've been fortunate enough to put myself in brand new positions, situations in life, and experience what the struggle feels like throughout the process, when you start and until you get to the end result. And the one thing that I've always noticed is it's only very, very tough in the beginning stages. Like, the hardest possible stages of trying to pursue new things and achieve it only happen in the very beginning stages. And I like to think that struggle is basically the universe's way of asking you, how bad do you want it? Because if you notice, like, you can take an example from your life, something that means a lot to you, something that means that is very important to you, and you try, like, getting a new job after your degree, succeeding in your career. Just take that for an example, because I feel like most people can relate. Finding that first job in your field, and when you don't know anything about it, is usually tough, right? Because you don't know anything. But if you're somebody who's stuck with it for a long enough time, you'll notice that the toughest point is usually just in the beginning. And like I said, I like to think it's the universe's way of asking you, it's God's way of asking you, how bad do you want it? And when you make a choice to keep going, regardless of how hard it feels in the moment, you're basically answering that question by saying, I want it so bad that I'm willing to die for it. That's literally what it takes. If you are pursuing something that's extremely important to you, the harder the struggle will be in the beginning stages. If you're just doing something that you're just kind of seeing how it turns out, and even if it fails, you won't feel that much. There's not many things at stake, right? But if you choose something where there's a lot at stake, where you've put a lot of time and hours, the opportunity is finally here and you must succeed. When you get lucky, sometimes you don't struggle with this, but usually when it's your first time, you struggle a lot. And yeah, but I noticed that throughout my experience, when I choose to move towards a new thing that's extremely important to me, for example, this new job that I got, I went into it with the mindset of whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I know who I am, and I know I'm going to put my best foot forward and try my hardest, right? So, and I've noticed anything that I try my genuinely hardest with never fails. So I knew I wasn't gonna fail. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like a unwavering belief in myself that even I knew nothing about what I was going into either. I just knew that I wasn't gonna fail. So the limitations that you set upon yourself are just an illusion. I don't know why we do it, honestly. Like, I wish I had an answer. I've been thinking about this for a long time, because I just do it unintentionally. It's just like, oh my god, this is something new, so it must be hard, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, says who? Like, who made that rule? Just because it's important to you, just because it's new, who says it has to be hard? What is hard? What's the definition of hard? Why do you say that willingly? And if you can just get past that point of, now that I just think that nothing's hard, like I don't, hard doesn't exist. things are just the way they are, and if you want to go get them, you get them. And for me, that framework works because then you're not contemplating between, oh, I'm choosing something easy or hard. Easy and hard do not exist. Things are just the way they are. You want it, you go get it. Done. Yeah. Impossible is just an opinion. It's not a fact. In fact, impossible doesn't exist. Just like easy and hard don't exist. You can just choose that reality. I swear it works. Sometimes being delusional to what has existed on this planet for such a long time, being delusional to those concepts work tremendously in your favor. I don't know how to explain it, but if you simply just choose to accept the reality that benefits your purpose on this planet, now that's the reality. Like, who's gonna say no to you? If I say easy and hard don't exist, somebody comes by and say, well, yeah, it does, it exists. Okay, maybe for you, not for me. They don't exist. Nobody can impose their reality onto you. They can just tell you things, and then you choose that reality upon yourself if you want to or not. Everything that exists in your life, these frameworks, these concepts, these words that you tell yourself every day, are a choice. You make the choice to accept them. You make the choice to acknowledge them. You make the choice to say they exist in your world. But if tomorrow morning you wake up and say, those things are not a part of my reality because it doesn't serve my purpose, then that's your new reality. If I tell myself, if I just choose that fear doesn't exist, I'm not scared of shit, and I believe it, who's gonna tell me no? No, you're scared of this. No, I'm not. I'm not scared of anything. Done. It might seem crazy and delusional and egotistic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but if you really think about it, like what I just talked about in the beginning, and apply what I just talked about afterwards in the other half of the video, you will see what I'm talking about. Choose things that simply benefit your purpose. So this concept of impossible, if you just choose that it doesn't exist, it no longer exists. I hope this video helped.